welcome to my Halloween special crochet tutorial inspired by Squid Game, where we're gonna learn how to make this guy. For this tutorial I'm using velvet yarn, one in pink, that's the same color as the suits on Squid Game, then some black for the head and arms and legs, and a small piece of white. I'm also using a 3.5mm crochet hook and tapestry needle, and you will also need fiber fill for the inside and some strings to sew everything together in the same shades. So first let's get started with the head. You're going to chain 2 and then into the first chain from the hook, do 8 single crochets into a circle. In the next row, you're going to double each of those 8 stitches for a total of 16. To continue gradually increasing, so third row, 1 single crochet, increase 8 times round for a total of 24. After this, you can follow the pattern on the screen, where we will be increasing in the next rows as well. And after the last increase row number 5, the rows 6 to 12 are just single crochet. From row 13 we're going to decrease. This means we're going to crochet 2 together. So in row 13 we do 3 single crochet and then decrease and repeat 8 times so that we have 32 stitches at the end, and then again continue decreasing following the pattern on the screen. Once you have finished the decreases in row 14, you are going to stuff the head with fiberfill. Make sure you put in enough so that it's firm and holds shape nicely. After that we're going to do one more decrease row, row 15. Once you've finished row 15, you can cut your yarn and pull it through or pull it out with your hook. Next up is going to be the hood. For the hood, the beginning is exactly the same as for the head, so in pink color I want you to follow rows 1 to 5 for the head. And once you reach row 6, join me here. In row 6 we're going to continue increasing, unlike with the head, with 4 single crochets and an increase repeated 8 times around for a total of 48 stitches. So 7 and 8 are just single crochet around. Nine is another increase, this time 5 single crochet increase, again 8 repeats, for a total of 56. We're going to do single crochets around, but we have 56 stitches right now in the round, but we're going to crochet only 48 of them and skip the last 8. So do 48 stitches and then stop there. To finish row 10, as you can see, I left out the last 8 stitches, and you're going to chain 1. And this time, turn your work around and go back from where you just finished crocheting. And do those 48 stitches again with single crochet. So the point here is that we're going to leave out this little cutout piece that will fit around the head so that the hood goes nice around the neck. And then once you get back to the marker where you started, do one more row like this. So again, chain one, turn your work backwards, and do 48 stitches into the ones you just finished crocheting. And once you have finished row 12, you can cut your yarn and pull it out, and your hood is finished. Are the arms, and of course you're going to make 2 of these. So for the arms, chain 2, and into the first chain from the hook, do 6 single crochets in a circle. Next row, you're going to increase each of these 6 stitches from the previous row for a total of 12. Row 3 is 12 single crochets around in black, and in row 4 we're going to switch the color and change to pink. Row 5 is going to contain a decrease, so we do single crochet, decrease, and repeat this 4 times, and you will have 8 stitches. Then continue rows 6 to 12 around in single crochet. Once you have finished, you don't need to stuff your hand this time, but we're going to close it. So after finishing the last row, you go through both layers of the hand and close it with 4 single crochet. So you go through 1 stitch, another one, and crochet together. Then you can cut your yarn and pull through. And that's it for one arm. Repeat one more time for the second arm. So next up are the legs. Again, you're going to have to make 2 of these. So start by chaining 5, and then into the second chain from the hook, you're going to continue with 3 single crochets until you reach the last chain. Into that last chain, you're going to make 3 single crochets. Then turn your work around and do 3 single crochets from the other side and finish the row with an increase. So you're making the bottom of the leg and you will be crocheting around the chain that you made at the beginning. To start with an increase, then 2 single crochet, and then increase into the next 3 stitches, the 3 that you did into the last chain of the first row. So increase those, then turn around, do 2 single crochet, and the last 2 stitches again are going to be increases. So after row 2 you should have a total of 16 stitches. You can follow simply with row 3 of just single crochet. before, we're going to start decreasing. And also important to change the color with the decrease row. So we're going to do 5 single crochet in pink, then decrease 2, that means crochet 2 stitches together twice, and then 5 single crochet to finish, and you should have a total of 13. And next row is similar, again there will be 2 decreases, and at the end you have 11 stitches. After that, rows 8 to 11, just single crochet around. And once you have finished, you can just cut your yarn, pull through, and then repeat one more time for the second leg. After that, we're going to join the 2 legs together while making the body. Of course, before making the body, don't forget to stuff both of the legs with fiber fill. So here are the finished legs, and we're going to continue with the pink yarn. And now count 1, 2, 3 stitches from where you finished, and 1, 2, 3 in the opposite direction on the other leg. And you're going to insert your hook from the outside inward and pull through the yarn. And then chain 4. After that, you're going to count the 1, 2, 3 stitches from the ending to the inside of the leg and insert and join with a single crochet to the chain that you just created. After that, you're going to crochet around in single crochet, joining both legs and also crocheting through the 4 chains that you made in the middle. So around you should have a total of 30 stitches. It should be 11 on each leg, that's 22, and then 4 one way on the 4 chains in the middle, and 4 on the other way, as you can see in the video. Finished round 1, and I suggest adding a marker, and then in row 2 you're going to 14 single crochet and stop at the back where you're going to change for the black yarn, into the black yarn, and crochet 1 row in the black yarn, which is going to make the belt that the guys had. The reason why we're doing this in the back is because it's not going to make a complete circle or a perfect circle, because we are actually crocheting in a spiral. So once we finish the row, the ending will be a little bit higher than it is now, and we don't want this to be in the front where it would be visible, so that's why we're joining it here. And finish crocheting in the black back to the front to your marker, and then all the way back to where you started. After that, switch back to the pink and continue in pink. This time finish this row to your marker at the beginning in pink. Point you can cut the black yarn, and from now on we're going to continue normally counting the rows, and I'm just tying the ends together so that they don't come out and you can stuff them inside. And from now on you can just continue following the pattern on the screen. So from row 5 we're going to decrease, so 3 single crochet decrease, repeat 6 times, and you should have a total of 24 stitches. Then row 6, continue simply in single crochet. And the last row is row 10, where we are going to do 5 single crochet, 1 decrease on one side, and then 4 single crochet, a decrease on the other side, and then just finish with 5 single crochet so that the yarn ends up in the back. and I'm just pulling the yarn inside and stuffing it in, and after that you can fill the body with fiber fill. So we're finished crocheting all the parts, and all we need to do is assemble the little dude together. So first I'm just finishing off all the ends that I haven't done before. You could do it once you finish doing each part. It's just my least favorite part of the whole process, so I tend to leave it to the end, but that's up to you. So once you're finished weaving in all the ends, we can finally get to the sewing part. For that I'm using this stronger string. It's because the velvet type of yarn isn't very strong and has a tendency to break. So it's better to use some cotton thread, which is much stronger. And I have a slightly lighter pink here because I didn't have a dark pink like the yarn. But it's not really a big deal because once you pull in the strings, it won't really be visible through the fluffy parts. But if you can get the one in the exact same shade as the yarn, that's even better. So here I'm making a knot from the inside to secure the thread, and I will start by sewing on the hands just by going back and forth with the tapestry needle. Left the pink yarn still in, and I'm going to continue with the black and sew on the black one, and then with the pink yarn finish sewing on the hood. So again with the head, you're going to go from inside outward and then back in, and again from inside outward and back in, and just sew it on around. And once the head is secured, the last thing is the hood. So I'm going to cut the black yarn, and after that continue, not yarn, thread, and continue again with the pink thread that I left there from when I was sewing on the hands. So as you can see, the hood is really cool. It comes off as well. And the last thing our guy is missing is the zipper, which we're going to imitate with the black thread. And then of course the shape on his head. I'm gonna go for a triangle, but you can do the square one or the circle one. If you go for the circle, make really small stitches around so that it looks nice and like in one line. For the triangle and for the square, it's going to be a lot easier. So for the zipper, I'm just going to make one line and then pull the thread through the body out into his bum from the other side, where I'm going to make a knot and finish it off. And now just the very last thing is making the shape. Accidentally didn't record exactly this one, but I think you can figure it out. It's just the 3 lines for the triangle, 4 for the square, and tiny ones for the circle. And here's the finished guy, of course with the invitation card. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for other interesting tutorials in the future. Thanks for watching!